Alrighty, just hanging out waiting for everyone to show up, and I am super late in getting out reminders, so I apologize for that. Not sure how many people are going to show up because I heard that we're supposed to get 2 to 3 inches of icy junk tonight, tomorrow, all day tomorrow. I don't know. So I decided after work, instead of coming home and prepping for this right away, I went grocery shopping just in case. And we are doing, thank you, Jen. We're going to do, let's do it this way. How to color on black cardstock. And then it's also known as, in quotes, black magic technique. So who have we got in? We've got Cindy, Jamie, Mayuki, Kathy, Kay, Jen, Satomi, and Tap. Sorry if I missed anybody. So welcome to my channel. It's simply my name, called Jen Evers. And this is a live stream event. We have 2 live stream events every week, Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Sundays from 2 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. However, this week, Christmas falls on a Sunday, so we will not have a live stream on Sunday. And hi, May. Hi, Rayson. And so we will have also over on Quality Crafts, we will have our challenge run from this past Sunday to this next Monday. That way, either Kathy or I can figure out how we're going to get the winner drawn, and nobody's going to have to do that on a Christmas day. I will be coming back Monday, so I'll have time to do that sometime that day, but not on Christmas Day. So today was Sparkle Day at work, and I took it off, but I had this orange and black, like sparkly, I don't know, some kind of a scarf thing. Yay, Diane, you made it. I thought you had previous plans. I'm glad you could come. Okay, so if you aren't familiar and you haven't already joined, we have a Facebook group called Quality Crafts. Hence why every time I do a video on my channel, if you're not watching live, if you're watching my older videos or my videos in between these live events, I say, hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers from Quality Crafts. The Facebook group is what I'm talking about. So that is where you can come over and connect on a more social level. You can chat with people and throw out questions and get answers and share your inspirational projects and get inspired by everyone else's work that we post. So that is a really cool place to hang out. It is commitment free. You need not join in anything if you don't feel like it. Just, come on in and enjoy hanging out. It is drama free, which means if anyone starts drama, no matter whether you started it or you got involved in it, I just don't tolerate it. If you can't be nice to somebody, then you'll just be asked to leave or you'll just be booted, and that's just how it is. I've never had to do that. I'm hoping I never have to, but I want this to be a safe place where everyone can feel free to explore their talents, to enhance their talents, and to share their talents. So Kathy says, reminder, if you want to win tonight, Thursday nights we have a winner of something, either something that I've prepared or made during this live stream event. If you want to win tonight, you need to join Quality Crafts, and your address has to be in the address file. That way we're not spending time looking around and trying to figure out who you are, because names are different between Facebook and YouTube, or where you are or where your address is and why it's not in there. Because here's how I run things. I'm very, very forgetful. And what I like to do is when I'm done with this live stream, I'm immediately going to get those names, that list of names from whomever is collecting names for me. I did change the title. Let me know if it's not on your end, but I changed the title on my end. It should be okay. It's changed. What was I saying? I forgot already. I forgot what I was saying. You know why? Because I'm completely forgetful. That's why. I am completely forgetful. So, as soon as this live stream ends, I get the name of everyone who entered into the chat. I don't know a way to get everyone who has viewed the video. Otherwise, I would love to throw everyone in who's viewed but hadn't had a chance to chat or couldn't get into chat. Anyway, I pick one winner, and I like to have that prize mailed out, sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered this very night and mailed out tomorrow morning. I do not like to wait. If I wait, I take the chance of forgetting, and then I take the chance of looking like an idiot because you don't get your prize, and how dare Quality Crafts say there's going to be prizes and she never gives them out. Okay, great. So what we're doing today is how to color on black cardstock using the black magic technique. Now there is a bazillion different ways to do the black magic technique. We're only here for an hour. I'm not showing you everyone under the sun. Inevitably, every time I do a live stream, I get inundated by messages and people saying, "Oh, but did you know you could do it this way? But did you know you could do it that way? But wait, you could probably do it this way." That's awesome. The whole point of me doing live streams is that you take that information that you have or that you learned or that you know that's beyond the small scope that we're covering here today, and you go nuts with it. Get creative, do things that are uniquely yours, share them with everybody. Come on over to Quality Crafts because we definitely want to see it. And that's the whole point to this. I am using a little chip off the iceberg just to get you going and get you excited about something so that you can grab what you have in your crafting repertoire, whatever you have around your room, and get motivated to get something going, something, exciting to try out or whatnot. So blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Jen, we get it. Get off your soapbox. Let's move on. I'm going to be using, I had this gorgeous, gorgeous reminder poster all set to go for you guys. And then after I tried to download it, I realized I had to pay for it because I used their logo, even though I covered it up and I made this really beautiful thing. And then I had 10 minutes to get everything all sorted out and sent out and reminded, and darned if I just fell behind. So it wasn't listed on the reminder what you need. So for everyone who wants to follow along today, I apologize for that. I had that in mind and I had put it out there. It just didn't work out today. You're going to want any kind of white ink. I am using Color Box Pigment Brush Pad. I also have a, what is it called? White, I can't see it from here, Ma. I'm too old. White Daisy or something by Stampin' Up. It doesn't matter. You just need a white ink. And then you need some kind of a solid stamp. I just put this one because there's a bunch of solid stamps on here. It doesn't matter what you're using. You can use intricate stamps if you want. You just won't get as much color stuck to the stamp. So I'm using this on purpose so that you can see it clearly. The other thing that you could use if you don't have white ink is a VersaMark pad. It works very much the same. So either or, we'll try to include everybody. I'm just going to bump this in just a tad. And then we're going to use chalk to do the coloring. I have these decorating chalks. They're acid free, they're non-toxic. Mine have been used and beat up. As you can see, a lot of them are broken. I also have one other set that I may pull out, but I'm not positive. You're definitely going to use black paper, so I have a bunch of that set to go. But here's the other set that I have. Almost positive I bought these from Kathy Dunahee. So if you're looking for a cheap place to go and buy some different crafting supplies that either have been gently used or are possibly even brand new, check her out. go to Quality Crafts, ask her how to find her store and her links. It's called the, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to totally forget this now, the Crafty Corner, I think. Crafty Corner, KK, 2 Ks. Here's another one that I have, and I'm pretty sure I got these from Kathy. My brown one and my black one are broken. I'm not really sure why, but they're all well intact and ready to use. This one even has white. That's cool. I don't know if the other one has white or not. So you want any kind of chalks that you have laying around. And then one that I really want to try just to see how it works out, see how intricate this one is. I want to try this one out and see how this one works. So if you're crafting along with me today, I would love to see whatever you try that's different than mine. Post it on Quality Crafts so that we can see just how far we can extend this and do all kinds of cool stuff with it. It's called Craft Corner, both with a K, KK, Craft Corner. Now, there's one other place that I buy a lot of my stamps from. I think I got this stamp set from her, but I'm not sure. Her name is Diane McMullen. I think she's here tonight. I did not write down, I'm sure I did. Let me just check. Did I write down? Yes. Okay, so Diane McMullen can be found on Scrapbook Deals. Diane, if you're here, if you could just type in the name of that so they can search for you. I buy stamp sets from her because they're like between $4 and $6 a piece, depending. Excellent prices. I love buying from her. Scrapbook Deals. She has a huge album there, and then she has one on Scrapbook Bargain Sell and Buy. She has 3 albums there, and one of them is called The Dollar Room, so you can get some deals there. Now, Kathy has major deals too, so check her out. She's always doing sales and things, and you can't go wrong buying from either one of these ladies. I really trust them. If you do not have chalks, here's an idea. Go to the dollar store and get that little box of chalk, sidewalk chalk from the dollar store, made for kids supposedly. Those will work just fine. Chalk is chalk as far as I'm concerned. We're not doing professional grade art on most of the videos that I do, okay? We're doing art that's fun for everyone. Kids are included, adults are included. Any age should be able to do any of the stuff that we do here. Maybe sometimes with an adult present if we're using, hot glue guns and that kind of thing. So here is a piece of black paper. I'm going to get started on showing you this technique. I'm just going to grab one block to put these on quick. Or maybe I'll just grab a couple so I don't have to get back up, because that's one thing I forgot. You need some blocks. I have some little ones, and I have a little bit bigger ones. So I'm wearing froggy pajamas tonight. Ribbit. They're my favorite. My sister gave them to me. And I have a heating pad behind my back because I don't know what the heck I did, but I woke up one morning in back pain, and you guys who deal with back pain on a daily basis, I feel for you. What I'm going to try to do while I do this is create a background, so that I can use this on a card later on. So I'm going to start out with one of these butterflies that's completely solid, just so that you can get a gist of seeing just how cool this looks. And then you guys just go nuts, grab whatever you have and just start using it. I'm seeing that Diane McMullen is putting on there where her group is. Kathy did earlier, Crafting Corner, Scrapbook Bargain Sell and Buy. Heidi Lily is looking for the Craft Corner, and she says there's many of them. Can you help out with that, Kathy? How do we find your Craft Corner? We're down to 45 minutes. Not too bad. I think this time around, I'm actually going to start using the VersaMark because I usually do the white. No, I'm not. I'll tell you why. Because I want you to be able to see it right off the bat. So I'm going to bring you in just a little bit. And I'm going to use the white first so that you can see what I'm doing. But you can use VersaMark if you don't have white. You want to make sure that you cover this pretty fully. Here's another thing I want to mention too. This is how I've always done mine. Now I've seen other videos where they stamp it down and it's like a hydrangea stamp where it's kind of like this, where it's not solid all the way through. What she does was she stamped hers down and dried it and then went in with the chalk, so the chalk stuck to like the black part in between and gave it a little more of a subtle look. You can totally do that. I'm just saying there's so much out there. I'm not covering it all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to do white first, and I'm going to stamp that where I want it. And while it's still wet, I'm going to take my chalks, and I'm going to chalk right over the top of that. And I'm going to use a super sophisticated tool that probably nobody in their right mind would have in their house. And it looks like this. And I know these are super expensive tools and you probably won't all have one, but you know. Q-tips. Yes, yes. I'm going to use a dark blue. I really like this. No reason, rhyme, or why. And I'm just going to tap this right onto that white. Now, there's no reason why you can't leave the whites there or some of the white there. That'd be really cool. I'm going to tap this all the way on my right side of my wing here. I'm going to make that wing essentially blue. And you can always blow the excess off if you want. I also take a little piece of toilet paper or paper towel. Take a little bit. I know, May, they're so expensive. I'm really sorry if you guys can't afford Q-tips, and my apologies if you can't join in. Oh, hey, Jason, you're so welcome. You never know when you're going to have a gentleman in the midst, and we are so happy to have you guys here. Absolutely. So I'm going to keep this butterfly basically the same color, but you can go crazy. You can make them multicolored. I have another video that I did that's exactly like this. I think it's entitled Black Magic or something really close to that, where I do exactly the same thing, but it's fun to do it live because sometimes my videos are so old that you newbies and you people who are coming to see me now are like, well, we're not going to go back through all 700 videos. Are you nuts? Now I'm going to do yellow, and I'm going to do his little body yellow right down the middle. And this is what I got. It is putting that bright, bright color on that deep, dark black background. It is so, so cool. And look, I'm even getting it all over here. Toilet paper is expensive. Toilet paper is more expensive than it should be. Can I just say that? I mean, we all need to have toilet paper. Don't you think that stuff should just be free? You just go down to the toilet paper store and take what you need. It's not like people aren't using toilet paper. My God, why is it so expensive? It's ridiculous. Have you ever seen that meme that says, why are there so many ads on TV for toilet paper? Who's not using the stuff? Meaning you need an ad to promote your toilet paper because nobody, yeah, I think you get it. Jennifer Marker wants to know, can you use eyeshadow or perfect pearls? Sean was wondering. I don't see why not. Absolutely. Yes, you can use them. Perfect pearls versus Pearl X. I'm not an expert on those, but I do know that there is somewhat of a difference. I think perfect pearls. I think that's what I have a lot of. You have to have a fixative to make it stay. So you have to like spray it with hairspray or use some kind of adhesive to make it stay so it doesn't rub off. Like some of this might rub off, which is why in the end you might want to take a little bit of your expensive TP and rub over the top to make sure that most of what you want is staying put. But I hear from a lot of people that hairspray makes it stick. So talk amongst yourselves and come up with a good idea on that. I'd like to hear more about that. I'm going in this time for a bright pink. I don't know if you can see all these colors over here. Let me just scooch this over. Can you see the, yeah, here. Going in for a bright pink this time. And you can make these all, you know, you can make each wing multicolored if you feel like it. You could use flowers. You could use whatever, like funky little button stamps. You could use deer stamps and make them brown. I mean, whatever, I don't know. Whatever you have. Make the supplies that you have work for you. Don't be so concerned, especially if you're a newbie, that you don't have all the latest and greatest and fabulous stuff. Because when I started out, I always worried about that. And now I have so much stuff I never use it. Find the stuff you fall in love with and purchase that. And use it all the time. Because that's what I do now, and I should have done that from the beginning. So here's another one. I think these are turning out super, super cool. That one's really hard to see the yellow, but there is yellow there. So cute. This is going to make a really fun background. And then I think for the sentiment, I would probably VersaMark stamp a sentiment and use the powder and make it like white so it really stands out. It is getting warm in here. Cheers, guys. Cheers to everyone who joined in and was watching today. Thank you for being here. That's okay, Kay's nephew. You don't have to share your name if you don't want to. So here's a fun little thing. It's got nothing to do with crafting, but it's fun to do. When you were little, did you really love your name or did you want them to call you something else? Because like if I would have given my left arm to be named Sarah with an H. No, Sarah. Sarah without an H. S-A-R-A. I just love that name. My dad, this is a cool story. My dad's name, he was born Donald. He didn't want to be called that. He wanted to be called Skip. So the story he tells is that his mom called him in for whatever, you know, dinner. Donald, Donald, and he wouldn't come. He's like, I wasn't going to come because I wanted to be called Skip. When she finally yelled Skip out the door, he came running. And everyone's called him Skip ever since. I mean, my grandparents are passed now. Who am I going to ask? But I don't know if that's true or not. I've never actually asked anyone to call me Sarah, but I have been called Jamie a few times because I'm a twin. That's her name, obviously, so that's kind of cool. I'm going in for a greenish teal on this one. I'm really digging these bright, bold colors all on one. So right now I literally have not gone to do multicolored wings. But if you want to go and try to dig up that other video that I have, I don't know how you'd find it. I'll link it to this one when we're done. You can see how I did some multicolored ones, and I'm pretty sure I did all butterflies in that video too. I'll switch to flowers or something here in a minute so you can see something different. I'm going to do them all with yellow centers because that just floats my boat. So there's another one. It's better when I hold it back, isn't it? So cool. Look how they just pop off the page. Jennifer says, Jen, we have the coolest name though. We do. I never wanted to like change my name. I just always like daydreamed and went, if I could have another name, what would it be? And it would be Sarah. Which is interesting because when I was pregnant with my first daughter, and I've had 3 miscarriages, I wanted to name her Paige. Paige. I just thought that was the coolest name too. Yes, Jamie, sometimes this will smear. This is one that you want to just be careful. Let me show you, well, let me just show you what would happen. Are you ready? I'm going to zoom in for you and show you how it smears. The white definitely smears because white ink takes a long, long time to dry. I think most of you guys probably know that. But here's the one that here's the one that I did before, the very first one. And I'm just going to take my finger and do you hear how hard I'm wiping? I have a teeny tiny bit of blue. And the color is making kind of, let me back it up a bit, a little tiny bit of a halo, but you can't see it real well. So once you cover it with the chalk, it does stay pretty still. Now, let's do the one in pink that we did second, okay? And I'm just gonna push down really hard and rub. Now I got a teeny tiny bit of pink on my finger. Okay, and there's a little bit of a halo of a pink that came off of it right down here. It's kind of hard to see, but it stayed put pretty well. Now if you stamp with that white and you rub your finger through the white, that baby's gonna smear. Here's the one that we just did. Let's see how smear proof this is. I'm gonna take my other finger and I'm gonna smear on this side. And I'm pushing pretty hard. Now that one didn't have as much time to dry. Do you see the halo effect where it smeared there? Let me clear it up for you. I have green on my finger, but most of the color did stay put. Now if you're that concerned about that kind of a halo, let me get in frame here. Let me buzz this up a bit. You can wipe with a toilet paper and get rid of a little bit of that halo. You can wipe over the top of the whole thing. Do you see how a little bit of that green's coming off? To kind of take off a little bit of that chalk if you want. I've even heard that if you take an eraser, let's do a little bit of yellow here. You see the yellow dots I made? I heard you could take an eraser. Let's try it. Look at that. Eraser came right off. You see that? Let's do that again in slow motion. Look at what I'm doing here. Do you see the yellow? I heard that an eraser will remove it. Let's try. Oh, it worked! Gotta love that. Gotta love that. That's amazing. Look how fun this technique is. Woohoo! If I'm extra jolly tonight, you want to know why? You want to know why? Do you want to know why I'm extra jolly tonight? Because today is my Friday. Whoop whoop! Today is my Friday. I do not have to show my face back to work until January 3rd. So excited! So excited! Oh my word, you know what, you guys? You got to start inviting your friends because my goal, I'm looking at the watch and count right now and it says 35 viewers. I know we've had more than that. I swear we've hit like 45. Invite people to come watch. If I could hit 50 before the new year, that would be so stinking cool. I don't know what I would do. I would shave my head. No, I wouldn't shave my head. It has taken me forever to grow my hair out. Those of you who have followed me for a long, long time, my hair used to be like this short, right? It used to be, can you even see that? It used to be spiked, like spiked on top. It was so cool. And then I got a kidney transplant, and I went on something called Valsite. Danged if that crap didn't make me lose my hair by the handfuls. And so now all my thick, luxurious hair is gone, and it's like super thin. And don't get me wrong, I'm thankful I'm not bald, but you know it's different now. It's not the same. So when I get my hair cut really short, I look really bald. Okay, somebody said do one with the VersaMark. So let me get my baby wipes so I can clean this bad boy off. And we'll try the VersaMark. I am just so in love with this background paper that I created here. Oh, here. Do you want to see me trying to get all this white off of here? I mean, I don't know how much of the process you want to see. We do have a lot of newbies on my channel. Yay, newbies! Thanks for being here. Everyone has been blessed with a gift in their life. God hands out gifts, not the ones you necessarily want, though, let me warn you. My gift is teaching. Do I enjoy standing up in front of a classroom necessarily and, you know, teaching and no, not really. It scares the crap out of me. I don't like to be in front of a lot of people. But I'm in front of a lot of people now, except for I'm only in my bed, not my bedroom. It is a bedroom, but it's my craft room. Staring at a camera talking to myself, basically. So to me, it's no different than talking to myself, which I don't usually do, but you know. Heidi Lily says, Jen, if you use a spray fixative, will that stop the smearing of the chalk? It should. I've been told if you spray it with hairspray, it would stop it. But did you see how hard I was rubbing on all these and they were not smearing? I don't think you'll have too much of a problem. I really don't. Thanks, Kathy Godwin. I love the butterflies too. They're so cool. I love butterflies. Okay, VersaMark. Somebody wants me to do VersaMark, and I really want to switch something up. So let's not do the butterfly again. Let's do something different. Let's do... What would be fun? Do you guys want to choose? Do you want to choose? I'll let you choose, okay? Here are our choices. Sorry that it's sideways, but that way it fits more of the stuff. Oh, Mayuki, that is a great question. She said, will hairspray leave marks on the black cardstock? I don't know. Would you like me to try that out? What a great idea. Okay, hold on. I'm going to flip out here. I mean, I'm not personally going to flip out. I'm going to flip the camera out. Whoop, not in, out, out. Wrong way. Okay. Here are your choices. I know there's a glare, but, you know, you can kind of see it. While you're checking on this, Kathy says I should announce last week's winner. I'll do that when I come back. I'm going to get some hairspray. We're going to check this out. I'll be right back. Ginkgo leaf. Oh, that must be these. Ginkgo leaf. Okay, gotcha. Okay, chat among yourselves. I'll be right back. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ugh, back in my comfy warm chair. I love it. Love them all. Ladybug, leaves, birds, deer. Please do not spray it on the butterflies. They're too... Okay, I won't. I won't spray it on the butterflies then. Let's pick up another one. Let's just try it out. This is what I'm using. Because I am the most beauty extraordinaire. And I know everything about, you know, makeup and stuff because I've never worn makeup a day in my life. I like hairspray because it stops the static cling, okay? That's why I use it. I know nada about it. I get this from the dollar store. It's called Perfect Purity Unscented Hairspray Fixative, Non-Parfumé. maximum hold. That's what I have. That's what we're going to try out. Let me just close my VersaMark because I don't want hairspray all over that stuff. And I'm just going to close this because I don't want hairspray all over that. So here is the black cardstock. You ready? I'm just going to give this a little bit of a shake and then we're going to spray it. And I sprayed it really close and really wet. Do you see that? Because I want to give you guys a good idea of how that's going to look. Ooh, smells like hairspray in here. Hairspray factory. Woo-wee! What do you think? Does it leave marks? Can you tell that it completely evaporated yet? It's a little bit wet yet. Because I really doused it. I think that if you didn't get as close as you did with me, as I did, I think you'd be okay. Those of you that have issues with loud sounds, I'm going to turn on the heat gun and fast forward this up here. I don't know, I personally don't feel like if you stayed about a foot away and just gave it a light spray, do you see how it's warping the paper a little bit where you can see where that spray hit? I think that if you weren't that close, I think you'd be fine. Because all the way around the edge, hairspray hit this too, and you can't even tell. So now we've learned our lesson. If you want a fixative with hairspray, hold it 6 to 12 inches away, spray lightly and evenly, and don't douse your paper. What happens when you spray a butterfly? Kathy said. Well, I didn't spray the butterfly because Mayuki asked me not to. She said they were too pretty to ruin, but I don't think it would ruin them. I really don't. So should we spray it? Should we spray the butterfly and see what happens? Where did I put that dang can? Oh, I dropped it on the floor. And I dropped it again on the floor. I got it now. Okay, ready? Now I'm going to hold it from further away. Okay, you tell me, do you think that that made any effect on our butterflies? Smells good. I like the smell of this hairspray. Maybe if you use hairspray on paper, it will turn into cardstock. Oh, Rose, you're funny. I really think that that is just fine. It's just, it's not budging. I really don't think you're going to have an issue with it. It's not, well, I have a lot of yellow on there. Do you see where the yellow smeared there? I have a lot of yellow. Let's use the regular eraser here and just erase down. Check it out. Now the yellow's gone. Eraser equal best a friend when chalking. Remember that. Okay, we are down to 20 minutes. Let's do one in VersaMark because somebody asked for that. And I saw a ton of different stuff. So, let's do a couple of leaves first, and then maybe I can do a ladybug and something else. So we can try to appease everyone, all right? I guess this is called a ginkgo leaf, which is what people were calling it. This is a brand new set too. I've never used it, so I'm trying to be careful I don't rip any of my stuff here. You know, there are other ways that you can put the chalk on too. Let me see if I have one of those little tooly things. I don't know if I even have one left in here. Oh, I do. A stickle brush. Stipple brush? I don't know what they're called. I very rarely ever use it. A stipple brush? This kind of a thing? Let's try one of these and do a pounce on that. So we're going to use the VersaMark here, which is just a clear ink. That's all it is. It's a sticky clear ink. And we're going to put the little leaf right there. And you can kind of see it because it's shiny in the video. And I'm going to pounce that with my stipple brush with a light green. Well, that wasn't very good. I need more chalk than that. That doesn't work worth a bean. Let's try again with a darker green. Nope. Nothing. Look at that. Not a happen there. Maybe VersaMark isn't one you can use. I swear I watched somebody do that one day. I don't see it working, do you? Or maybe it's just a stipple brush. Let's try going back to the, where's my eraser? I wonder if my eraser will get rid of that. Somewhat. There's still a little image of it, but let's try that again. Let's do the VersaMark. I'm baffled because I seriously thought there'd be no reason why it wouldn't stick to that. I'm going to put it in kind of the same spot. Let's just re-wet it. And let's do what we were doing before. We're going to use the Q-tip, and I'm going to do a green. And I'm just going to pounce it on there. Looks like we're getting some sticking to it, more so than the stipple brush did. Anyway. And you got to play around with this, guys. You got to play around with it and get to where you're comfortable with it and the way you like it. Because it's just everyone does things in a little different of a way. I really don't like the VersaMark at all. It looks really stinky. Look at that. I'm just going to do a little rub here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It just like comes right off and looks like a disgusting old green mushroom. Yeah, no, not so happy with that. VersaMark, big thumbs down. Go back to your white, because I really thought VersaMark would work. Not so true. Let's do... Let me wipe this off real quick. Where's my baby wipe? There it is. I'm going to just wipe that off a little bit, since I got it kind of dirty. And let's do... I'm going to move the butterflies out of the way, because I got lots more black paper cut here. And let's try... How much time we got left? We got about 15 minutes. Can you use this using pastels? I'm guessing the pastels you're talking about are like those long crayon, like square crayon like looking things, but they are actually made out of chalk. I don't see why not. I really don't see why not. Yeah, we're gonna do a couple more with just the chalk and the white ink because I really feel like that works the best. Oh, before we, okay. I really want to try this stamp. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna do this one. So I'm taking this stamp. It is not bold like these were. It was not solid like these butterflies. Okay, we did those first. This one is like really intricate. I want to see how well this will work on here. I'm guessing that the white ink it has a lot more of a sticky property to it than the VersaMark does, but I don't know. I'm no professional. I just really love art. I really love playing with stuff and just getting to see what you can do and what you can't do and what works, and it's just so much fun. So there we go. I'm going to give it a good press and make sure, because I'm not sure exactly how flat this desk really is. Yeah, see, I missed a spot in the middle. I'm not going to worry about that though, because this is not see-through, and I definitely get a double funky print, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to take my Q-tips and I'm just going to put on a bunch of colors that I think would go well with a leaf, you know, like in the fall. A leaf in the fall. So a little bit of green here and there, because some of them still have their green left. And then I'm going to flip it over and do just kind of a lighter green and blend that in through the darker green. You guys see what I'm doing? Do you want me to bump you up? Bump, 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 bump. There we go. All right. And then I'm gonna probably add in a little bit. I'm not even pouncing and going up and down. I'm just kind of rubbing back and forth gently, just enough so that I don't get rid of the pattern. And now I'm going to add in a little bit of oranges and reds. So that would look really cool. So first I'm pouncing, and then the extra chalk that you know is kind of sitting on there, then I'm pouncing it, and then I'm just kind of real lightly dragging it around. Let's do a little bit of this red. That's cool. I got a couple other different colored reds here too. Let's try this one. Oh, I'm not sure if that's a red or a red orange or a, I don't know, but it looks neat. See, and there's enough chalk left on there from my pouncing to drag it out pretty far. Where's my orange? I'll put some more orange on here. And maybe a little of this blue mixed in with the green. Not that leaves are normally real teal, but you know, whatever. It's my art. I can do what I want to. A little bit of like a yellow mixed in with that to make a slightly less bright orange. That's cool. Now I'm getting a little bit of a halo effect around it because I'm using a lot more colors. And then a little bit more of that kind of tealy green sort of thing. And now I'm going to take, that is a really good question. Now all I'm doing is I'm rubbing this over the top really lightly to try to get rid of that halo effect. And it worked out pretty well. I'm going to do one more thing. I want to do like a brown on the stem there. And don't worry about being really quick or real fast, you know, because this white pigment ink tends to stay wet for a real long time. So this is what we ended up with. That is really cool. Somebody else asked a question. I'm going to look back. Rubbing tends to smear a little bit more if you're not used to doing it. I would start out with tapping first, dabbing and tapping, and then start smearing and experimenting and seeing how that feels in your hand, and you know, just get some stuff out and practice, because you won't know until you know how it feels. I mean, some people just don't know how strong they are, you know, and you're pushing really too hard and then you get a different effect, and then you come back to me and say, well, it didn't work for me, Jen. And I said, well, how hard were you pushing? And you're like, well, I don't know. It's different for everyone. So your art is your art. I missed something about using a light color. Oh, a light colored ink. Should we try that? Here's the thing. VersaMark didn't work. I really thought it was going to work. But a lighter color ink is not going to stay wet as long as the white ink does, in my opinion, from my experience. So let me just take this and scrub that white ink off of here. And then I'm going to get another ink to give that a shot. It smells stinky. I don't know what the deal is. I thought one of you guys farted. It smells so bad in here. Okay, I like maybe a light yellow or something you were saying. Oh, and I do have some that are like off-white. Let me just show you what I have and what I'm talking about. All right. Now these are a pigment-based ink. What did I say about that little white one? Yes, same thing. Pigment-based ink. So are these. These come from close to my heart. This one is Colonial White, Daisy White, and Vanilla Cream. Oh, it is what it is. I knew it was you. I just knew it was you. Oh my gosh, you guys play along with my sense of humor so well. Here's one that is barely banana. It's a very light yellow. We could try that as well. I really think that these three are going to work the same way as the white. I'm pretty sure. These are pigment inks. What are Stampin' Up? Are they pigment ink? Let me look. I don't remember. Water-based dye ink. That's different. These are dye inks. These are pigment inks. How much time we have? 8 minutes. Let's try the difference between these two. Okay, pigment ink versus dye ink. I'll load up 2 small things here. Well, these are really new. They're super hard to get off of here. These are the kind that you really have to be careful with, or they will rip. Completely rip. So, yeah, there we go. You can see what I'm doing. They're so stuck to each other. Okay, there's one. Let's do this one. There's, see how they're stuck to each other? You gotta be careful with that. So let's do the big one with the dye ink. All right. And we'll do them both with the same color. How's that, just to be fair? We'll do it in this reddish, whatever this is. Can't even tell where I stamped that, really. I don't see that working out very well. Did I even do that in frame? Let's give it another try. There it is. You can see it. It's wet, see? And let's take this into the red. And I'm just going to tap where I can see where it is. And then I'm going to rub a little bit so I can hit the other pieces. See it? No. No, it's just not even close. Okay. That was the dye-based ink. Let's try this one. This is the pigment-based ink. You'll notice the way that it covers too. Like that one didn't cover. You can't even hardly see the color on there. Let's try this one. Let's try this little baby one in the pigment ink. Once I take it out of the pigment ink, I want you to look at it and see the difference. Do you see how coated that is? It's super coated. We're going to put that on there. Look how you can totally see that. Okay, and back into the red, and then pounce on that. So whatever you use, you're going to want to use a white or something that's close to a white. That's almost white, not really, but it's close enough. Look at the difference. I'm going to wipe that off just a little bit with my towel. My toilet paper. And look at that. Not quite as brilliant as the white, but it definitely stands off the paper and it has a very vivid image to it. The other two, yeah, not so much. Just like that green, ugly mushroom thing we did. Oh, already people are saying, we can stay longer. You can keep going. JB Hunt, I learned so much I could stay all night. So that is definitely, there's definitely a difference. You have to have a thick pigment ink to make it stay like that. The regular color inks just aren't going to work it. So I'm really going to have to cut this down if I want to use it, because this ugly piece right here, that's nasty. I won't use that for anything. That little red one, that one, not so bad. But I really would like to do another one like this for whoever wins tonight, that they can get a piece that's covered and it looks nice. Cheers, guys. You can get chalks all over the place, Heidi. I bet Walmart has them. I wouldn't check Target. Target really stinks for craft supplies. I was there today. I wanted to put together a crafty gift thing for my mom's friend because she's crafty and my mom's not. She wanted me to help her out. Target just totally stinks. They just don't have anything. It's so frustrating. But I'm almost positive Walmart does. I almost said Target just because it's next to my house and that's on my brain. Michael's, Joann's, big box stores, art stores. I mean, look around. There's got to be chalks. If you can't find chalks at an art store, you go to your dollar store, your Dollarama, your Family Dollar. Just get sidewalk chalk. Sidewalk chalk will work. It's not as highly pigmented. They're usually more of a pastel, but you'll have pastel colors in that case. Somebody else mentioned eyeshadows. I have no reason to believe why the eyeshadows wouldn't work. Oh, good. May says Walmart does have chalks. Yep. I know that Heidi lives kind of out in the sticks, so Heidi, you're gonna have to let us know what's nearby you, because I don't know what to say, because I don't know what you have access to where you're at. Like, you have to go somewhere to get it. I don't know. And these pigment inks are harder to get cleaned off of stuff too. Look at that. You can put your any of your stamps in some warm water with a couple of drops of Dawn or dish soap, and that'll clean them off too. It'll actually make re-sticky, like sticky more than they were. Like if you're running out of sticky and they're not staying where they should, that helps a lot. I wonder if that's the little one. Whoops. Yep. Eyeshadows and Dollar Tree equals chalk. Yep. I really do think that would work. I would try it. I've got some around here somewhere. I'm not prepared with that because it didn't come to my mind that I might want to use eyeshadows. And you know, the only reason I have them is because I knew I could use them for something crafty, and they were cheap and they were at the dollar store. So that's why I have them, because Lord knows I don't wear it. I know nothing about putting makeup on. I tried the Stampin' Up scrubber, where you scrub it on one side and scrub it, and it was just constantly filthy, and it made me nuts because nothing ever got cleaned. I was really frustrated by it, so I never used it. We are at 7 o'clock. Jen Marker says, Jen, do the one you're giving away for the prize this week. I will, but it is 7 o'clock. So for those of you who are timekeepers and you need to get going, my stream usually goes from 6 to 7, and so we would be wrapping up about now. This could also be one that I give away. This one turned out really well, except for the hole in the middle, but you know, that gives it character. What I would normally say at this point is I have to rewind here and let you know who won the last, and I have to open it up because I didn't open it up beforehand. Who won the last live stream prize? So I'm going to look that up real quick. And today's the 22nd. Oh, so the last winner would have been last Thursday when we did the 8-card wonder. And the white on white embossing. It looks like I made a note. And the person that won was Petra Meijboom. So, yeah, I mailed hers out. And the next one we did was on the 17th. And there was no winner for that because that was just an unprepared and unscheduled one. So there will be a winner for tonight, and there will be a winner for every Thursday night that we do live streams, but no longer on Sundays. What else do I need to take care of before... I will keep going for those of you who really want to see me do another page, because I'll do another page for the person that's going to win tonight so that they can choose if they want the leaf or if they want one with butterflies. I really like the butterflies, personally. I could do one with snowflakes. That would be fun. So I'll keep going for those of you who want to stick around. Is there anything else that I should go over? Join us at Quality Crafts, definitely, if you're not over there already. We are almost to 600 members, so that would be really awesome. And I'm watching the chat scroll up and making sure I didn't miss any of the last minute questions. Do you guys want to stick around while I do a few more, just so that we've got some for the winner? Let me back out just a tad. I usually go over what we finished for the day too. So here were a couple of our fails. And let's call them experiments, because unless you try, you won't find something that succeeds. But just because you fail doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means that you found ways that didn't work and you just keep trying. And so here was the other one that we did that had the butterflies on it. Okay, so great big hugs and thank you so much to everyone who stuck around from 6 to 7 and need to go now. And those of you who want to stick around because, hey, I'm on vacation. And we're going to do some more really fun stuff here. Basically the same stuff that we're doing now. Because I didn't plan anything else. Because it's a Thursday. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants on Thursdays. Because I work full-time too. So what I do is I come home, I try to eat dinner, I try to get ready, I try to, you know, prepare as much as I can and get something and all that stuff. I know people keep asking me where this stamp set is from, but if you take a close look at it, there is nothing on it, people. Nothing. No name, no sticker, no words, no I absolutely have no clue where to tell you where this came from. There's no sleeve that it came in, which is why I'm guessing I probably got this from somewhere online. From either, you know, buying from somebody like Kathy or buying from somebody like Diane McMullen, because I don't care where they come from. I know it's hard to share with you guys where they come from if you really, really want one, but this one really didn't come with one. So my apologies, I cannot tell you where they came from. If I could, I would. So these are just some funky stamps I got. I don't know where they came from. I wonder if we should just try doing something different. Oh yeah, I know. Here, I can tell you where these guys came from, and then we'll do some of these darker snowflakes, because I think that'd be really pretty. These are Heidi Grace clear stamps, and it's called Winter. Up here it says Winter, and over here it says Heidi Grace. And that's it. It says the same thing on the back if you're looking for it. Ta-da! If we can get that to clear up in the back. There we go. There's the SKU number, clear stamps, and they're called Winter by Heidi Grace. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Rose, that I can't tell you where those come from. Do you really want them? Talk to me privately after the show. If you really want them, I'll sell them to you. Let's do some of these snowflakes. This one's pretty dark. I mean, by that I mean really solid. And I think it would turn out really cool. So I'm thinking some light blues, some dark blues, maybe some whites. It would look really neat. You need sleep? Oh, who needs sleep? We can sleep when we're dead. Oh, where did I put my other block now? Oh, here we go. Oh, I forgot to put that little thing back. God darn it. The little leaf we used. And it is 7 o'clock, which means right on time. My cats are crying. So if we want to continue, I either need to feed them or shout out at my husband and ask him if he would kindly feed them for me, which I'm going to do in just a second here. So I'll leave you with something pretty to look at. Why don't you guys take a little potty break and chat amongst yourselves, and I shall be right back. I'm going to take care of my cat. May, I am going to hunt your stamps down, Jen. You hunt them down, girl. You go, girl. Pigment-based inks with chalk. Yes, that's exactly what we're using today. Okay, I'll be right back. Hey, Chuck, could you feed him? Yeah, just give him a quarter of a can and that's it. That's all he needs. Just set it on the floor. And then give a little dry to O'Malley because he'll be jealous. Okay, my ultimate video no is eating while you're online, but I have to have one of these little donuts for dessert. They are delicious. Oh, poo, it is what it is. Has to go. I'm so sorry. You can watch us archived because this will archive when we're done. Craft Corner, K for Craft, K for Corner, is on Facebook, Cindy. And if you private message Kathy Dunahee after the show, or even right now, I don't know if she's sticking around, she will help you find it. Okay. I'm going to go back to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of using that little one, I'm going to use this big white daisy one. And I'm going to do, hopefully it's wet enough. Sometimes they get really dry. I'm going to do these snowflakes because I think that would be really fun. Yeah, this one's drying out a little bit. White tends to dry out. This stays on white if you notice. They come with re-inkers and you have to re-ink them almost every single time. But let me tell you what, this little color box, I don't know what the difference is. This little color box, this little eye, what do they call it, cat eye pad, I've had this forever and the thing has never, ever dried out on me. Color Box, it's called. It's amazing. If I ever had to recommend something, I would totally recommend that one. It's phenomenal. So I'm going to start off with this one. I'm going to start off doing a light blue. Oops. It's okay if you dip into the wrong chalk. Just scrape it off in the one you need and no big deal. Keep on going. Handmade stuff is never perfect. And that is okay. That's really pretty. Let's try doing that again. This time I'm going to do a darker blue. Ooh, that's really dark. Almost purple. It takes kind of a talent to be able to do this and watch what's going on in the feed. So if I'm missing your questions or whatever, just, you know, pose the question again. Make sure that you're putting it all in caps if it's something that you really want answered, because capital letters draw my attention a lot quicker. I'm going to go ahead and just erase a lot of that halo effect that I don't want. And then we'll do another one. Now I might just leave that one white and then continue on with some more blue. Let's see what else blue we have. We have this one that's kind of a light purple. Let's try that. I think maybe I'll just add in purple and do a couple that are dark purple, because purple and blue looks really cool in the snow. Oh, that one's really smearing. Watch that. Look at that. See the halo and the smear? Go in with your eraser. Get rid of any of that halo that you don't want hanging around. That's such a cool trick. That's so much fun to do. Alright, let's do another one. Let's see, what color should that one be? Let's do purple. This purple's pretty. I think I'm getting a little bit too much chalk on, so what I'm going to do is just tap a little bit and then drag through the rest of it. Because that's probably why I'm getting a lot of halo effect on this one. I'm really using a lot more chalk than I really need. That purple one is pretty. Let's do another one down here. There's another, I don't know if you can see it from over there. There's another purple down here in this corner here. We'll do that one. Oh, even though it looks different on there, when you put it on here, it looks exactly the same as the one I just did. That's interesting. Now, another trick that I picked up along the way is papers always look best if you've got some hanging off the edge. So I'm going to do that in just a few places. It makes it look like you have a continuation of that paper. I was just trying not to get it all over the background here. That's okay, it wipes off. So I'm going to leave some of those white, just those white ones floating around the edge, and then that's going to take some time to dry because of that pigment ink. That's pretty. I think we probably go ahead and hairspray that one too so it stays. Let's cover these up, because we don't want hairspray all over everything. There we go. Just enough. It does, because it's wet, make the paper warp a little bit, but that'll settle down as it sits. Should we do one more? Should probably cover these too. Lori. She tried so hard to get here in time, she didn't even stop to the store to get a snack. I think I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to call it a night. Which one do we want to do? Somebody else said they really wanted to see the ladybugs. Should we do the ladybugs? We could do those red. That'd be cute. Let's do that. Well, some of you guys just came in. So we've been doing this for an hour. Do you want me to go over real quick what we finished? So we started out with the butterflies. And then we tried doing it with VersaMark, and we ended up with this muddy pile of yucco. And then we tried VersaMark on here, and that didn't work. No, was this VersaMark? No, this was a different colored ink, and that didn't work. And then we tried another pigment ink on here that was kind of an off-white, and that one worked okay. And then we used another pigment ink to do this one, and that one turned out really nice. And so now we're just doing a couple more so that the person that wins this live stream event tonight will have a couple to pick from. So we ended up doing this one that has all the snowflakes on it. And so last but not least, I gotta clean this one off. We're gonna do the ladybug next. I have like a million presents to wrap. So if anyone wants to stop by tomorrow, feel free. I'll put you to work wrapping gifts. Seriously, this white is not the easiest to clean off. It does come off. It's just, you gotta wipe it pretty hard. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. So I want to use this one for, I'm gonna flip this over. It's getting pretty dirty on that side. I'll wash them later. And put down the ladybug. And put the snowflake away. I do like the butterflies too. I think they turned out really good. So the more solid the stamp, the better it looks, my opinion. I guess it depends on what you're going for. So I am going to go back to, because I really feel like that one's a little bit dried out. I'm going to go back to using this Color Box white one. It's supposed to be really crappy out tomorrow, Kathy. Did you read that too? Or I should say, did you hear it on the radio? We're supposed to get like 2 to 3 inches of nothing but freezing rain. That's why I went grocery shopping tonight, because I don't want to be running around doing any kind of craziness tomorrow. And everybody and their brother's going to be on the road Christmas shopping. I told Chuck he had to help me. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to reuse this one. I'm going to pick up another one. I think this one is the best red. I'm going to go with this one. You know what would look really, really cute is if you did these ladybugs and then you did gems where the dots were. Oh my gosh, I just might pull out my gems and do that. That idea just hit me. I'm just using my clean side of my Q-tip to get all that out of the dots and the black. You can see a lot of white popping through there yet. I think I might add a little bit more red to that. Or smear it around. Oops. I guess you can make ladybugs any color you want. I just like them red. You know what? In person it doesn't look quite as gunky and half covered as it does when you show it on this camera. I don't know why. In person it looks a lot more fully covered. So what I'm talking about is these little, somebody sent me some more too. Where are they? Are they over here? Somebody sent me some more gems and I totally needed them. Yeah, here they are. So I'm talking about adding these. So let's get out our handy dandy poker picker upper tool. I can't get it to go that way, so I'm going to use the other end. And then put the gems right where the little holes would be. I think we need bigger ones for the other ones, but I'm just going to shoot for the same size just because that's what I have handy. But if you wanted to do 2 larger ones and 2 smaller ones, because that's just how it looks. I'll do the whole card like that, so they're all like shiny. That's super cute. I like the look of that. Now I've let that white sit for a long time. Let's see if we can still get red to stick to there. I'm dabbing just a little bit harder on this one because that bottom one, when I showed it in the camera, it looked like it wasn't fully covered. Although from my angle, it looks fully covered. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's kind of like when you get on camera and you feel like you're at a decent weight and then you get in front of a camera and it makes you look 10 pounds heavier. Yeah, like that's a real thing. A real frustrating thing. No, that totally turned out. It still looks crummy on the camera, but I'm not sure why that's happening. It looks pretty great from my end. So I'm going to put some gems on this guy too. Those of you that came late, every Thursday we have a winner that wins something that I've created, either created for or during this live stream, and you get to pick which one you want if you're the winner, and I mail it to you. But in order to win, you must be a part of our Quality Crafts group, and your address must be in the address file so that I can get it taken care of and mailed out immediately after I'm done. Because otherwise, I just tend to forget about things, and I don't want you ever to feel like joining Quality Crafts isn't worth your time because prizes don't get mailed out on time. Or we don't keep our word, because we do. We want to. We want to make sure that that's a priority. So please, there's no commitment to join Quality Crafts on Facebook. However, if you have a profile of some sort that looks really wonky, like you have no pictures whatsoever, or you're sharing absolutely nothing, or your profile picture is completely bare, that makes us scratch our head and a lot of red flags go up, you're going to need to contact either Kathy or I. Let us know that you saw us here, that you want to join, and we'll let you in. There's no commitment. I think I just said that. You don't have to do the challenges or the swaps if you don't feel like it. You can just hang out, be inspired, share your creations, and inspire others. Make sure you set up an album so that we can keep track of all your fun stuff. And that's all there is to it. And we would love for everyone to have a chance to win. We do try to make it fair so that there's not the same person winning all the time. But we can't control that if you guys aren't a part of the group and you aren't leaving your address in the file. That part you guys have to follow through on so that we can do our part. That makes sense. Lori says, join the group, people. It's a group of very nice people and so much inspiration is there, and that's true. One thing I hear sometimes once in a while from some people is that, well, I'm really new and I don't really know how to do a lot of stuff, and I don't want to be embarrassed because, you know, my stuff's not good enough or whatever. Nobody on this site is going to make fun of you. We're all going to tell you how great your stuff is. And the only time we're ever going to tell you that you're not great, or that you're doing something wrong, or that you need to do something different is if you ask for an honest opinion, for some constructive criticism in love from one of us, and we'd be glad to let you know. But this is the whole reason why I do these videos as well. So that you've got a place to come even if you're new, and I'm hoping even if you're advanced or intermediate too, a place to come to get new ideas, to get inspired to do something again, maybe in a different way that you hadn't seen before, and to give something a try that where you originally were like, oh, I couldn't do that. Try it out. You don't have to post anything you don't want to, but if you post, we're gonna make you feel good about yourself, because that's what we're here on Earth for, is to love each other. Cheers. I'm going to stop there. I think that is a super cool background to a card. 4 little ladybugs with a bunch of bling, bling, bling. I really like that. So there's another one. I was going to stop there, wasn't I? I thought I had one more idea, but the thought escapes me. Might have been another stamp, but I'm not sure. Good night, Catherine. Alrighty. We've gone on an hour and a half now. I think that's probably plenty. Tomorrow's Friday. I was going to say maybe I would do a live stream tomorrow, but I don't think so. Tomorrow, what I'm going to be doing is probably, well, first of all, I have to go get my blood drawn, because I do that often to check the function of my kidney and to make sure everything's going well. So that's one thing I have to do tomorrow morning. And then I have to wrap all of the gifts that I have, because we go see our family up north, his family on Saturday, and then Sunday my family, and then Monday we come home. So no live stream this Sunday because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Enjoy. If you're by yourself, you can still enjoy. Do something that you love. Start a tradition on your own. The last thing anybody should be doing if they're alone on Christmas is just dwelling on the fact that you're alone on Christmas. Start a tradition, or find somebody online who is also alone and start a tradition with them. Say, hey, how about every year we do this together? You know, let's pick something to craft together. I'm going to start a new tradition that on, not Christmas, because I obviously have to go see my family. We don't really have a choice in that. On New Year's Eve, since we're getting older and we never really did the whole going out kind of scene, I want to do a live stream bringing in the new year. Now, I haven't decided exactly how many hours or how that's going to look, but anyone who wants to join me for that, that's going to be happening December 31st. And then I'm trying to clean this off so I can show you that poster again. I always end with this. Here we go. That would be super fun. I'd love to have a whole bunch of you, and I'd love to hit more than 50 that night. Although we're trying to shoot for hitting 50 people watching at once anytime before the new year starts. And that's just kind of a personal goal of mine. So thank you for joining me at my YouTube channel, which is entitled Jen Evers. I hope that all of you guys will join us after the live feed ends here over at Quality Crafts. I'll be posting a couple of pictures from tonight's thing as soon as I get around to doing that. And I would love to see each and every one of you there so that we could talk about how great things went, or maybe things that you'd like to see in the future, so I can add that to my list. Remember, live streams are always Thursdays from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Sundays from 2 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, except not this Sunday because it's Christmas. And you know what, guys? I cannot wait to see you guys next video. Bye-bye.